Hey everyone! So it's going to be at least another month before massage is going to open in Alberta. So I'm going to keep doing these videos. Today we're going to do my top 5 tips for helping to relax your muscles and hopefully keep them out of pain or help you with the pain. First thing is magnesium. There is certain minerals that are necessary to bring the impulse from the brain down the nerve to the muscle to then tell the muscle to contract and do something with that muscle. But there are also minerals necessary to then tell that impulse that it can stop and relax. And magnesium is one of those minerals. In general, we don't get enough in our diet. They mostly come from dark leafy greens, broccoli, of course, algae as well. But unless we're ingesting it with every meal, it's very hard to get what we need. So I usually recommend supplementation. So this one in particular I really like. It's called Calm's Magnesium Powder. You mix it with water and you have it before bed. I have worked on bodies for a long time, and I find that those clients who are taking a regular magnesium supplement, I can usually tell within 2 weeks that it makes a difference. Their muscles release faster, they release better. And so they also help to stay relaxed longer. But primarily with the powdered format. I haven't seen the same outcome with capsules or tablet magnesium forms. I'm not sure exactly why, except it may have something to do with the assimilation of those minerals. So when you use a powder like this, if you have too much, you'll get the runs, which of course isn't comfortable, but it's just your body telling you, I can't absorb this much yet. So all you need to do is back off the instructed amount by a 1/4 teaspoon and see how your body responds. If it's still not comfortable, then back it off another 1/4 teaspoon. Most of the time with you needing magnesium, you won't see any difference in your bowels. And in that case, you'll want to increase your amount until you get a little uncomfortable in your bowels, and then you can back it off. So you'll take your required amount and then you'll add a 1/4 teaspoon the next week. And if you notice no difference, you add another 1/4 teaspoon. And you find how much your body actually needs, because magnesium is used in about 500 different functions within the body. So it might require quite a bit to just get to the muscles, which is where we want the help. Now the nice thing is anything that relaxes the muscles relaxes the nervous system. So adding magnesium to your diet can help a lot with getting a deeper, more restorative sleep, as well as supporting the stress that we're all under in different ways. Now my second tip is kind of along the same as the first. It's the dark leafy greens and the algae. You want to try and increase those wherever you can, because of course food sources are the best. The other magnesium supplement, of course, is Epsom salts. Epsom salts, of course, you don't ingest. You get them at the drugstore and you put them in your bath. I always recommend 3 to 4 cups of Epsom salts per bath, hot as you can handle, soak for 10 minutes or as long as you want. The important reason that I suggest that much is because it needs to saturate the full surface area of your adult body to really impact the muscles. If you're only using a cup, that really only saturates the surface area of a small child. So you want to get as much as you can. And I recommend 3 times a week at least, especially if you're dealing with pain in your shoulders. Sometimes it's difficult to soak your shoulders, neck, and jaw in some of the small bathtubs in our houses. So I always recommend grabbing a hand towel and soaking the hand towel in the water and just wrapping it across the neck, wrapping it over one shoulder or the other shoulder, or even across the back of the head and into the jaw. And then reapplying. So that's 1 and 2. The third one is water. Water, of course, has all the trace minerals as well as those greens to support not only the magnesium absorption, but calcium as well, and making sure that they all get into the tissues for you. They always recommend 8 to 10 glasses. That's about 2 to 2.5 liters a day for sure. That's good. But because of Calgary and our altitude and our lack of humidity, I always recommend another liter. So 3 to 3.5 liters a day. The important thing when you're drinking water is trying to just take sips every 15 minutes, not trying to get your 1 or 2 glasses every hour and chugging them, because it flushes through the system very quickly. Your body doesn't have that opportunity to soak in the additional nutrients. If you think about dehydrated meat compared to a fresh steak, you can see very easily what happens when a muscle doesn't have enough water. It becomes much less pliable. It gets really rigid, and definitely there's much more opportunity for injuries as well. So keep that in mind. It's the same as our muscles. The fourth tip is reducing your fried foods and sugar intake. And it sucks, I don't know about you, but I find those are the things I'm gravitating towards sitting at home here. But they unfortunately increase your overall inflammation markers. And when your inflammation is high, that means you're going to have more aches and pains in general. Plus, if inflammation is high in the body will naturally need to flush it out to bring balance, which means you're going to be utilizing a lot of those fluids. So another indication of why you need to increase your water intake. And the fifth tip is sleep, a good sleep. The reason for that is if we don't get a restorative sleep, our body doesn't have that opportunity to absorb and rematrix the minerals that we're ingesting and get them into the tissues and into the bones. It's the only time it really happens is when we get into that deep sleep. The body has that opportunity to move things around. So, of course, 7 to 8 hours a night, making sure you try and make a routine around it. So you're going to bed and waking up at the same time. This really helps your body be able to balance everything that it's going through. So that's a good start. If you have other particular topics you'd like me to discuss, please tell me in the comments, Facebook, Instagram, questions you might have. I'm totally open to that too. I could do a whole question period thing. And hang in there.